Okay, let's talk about this because this is a very real fear that I understand so deeply. And here's the thing. If you haven't accidentally had a mite infestation that was so bad that when you checked your chickens, there was like mites crawling all over your wrist, are you really even a chicken keeper? No, I'm just kidding. That's so gross, and I'm embarrassed that I've even ever had that experience. But look, it happens. And it's not on every bird either, which is weird. So I have been dealing with mites for about a year around here, in full disclosure. And what I've noticed that will happen is I'll have one bird that's really, really infested and like the rest of the birds in the coop with nothing. It's like they pick the weakest link. Anyways, to answer your question, lice on poultry and most species of mites on poultry are like poultry and bird specific. So although yes, they absolutely will crawl on you and they may even bite you, they can't live off your blood. They live off the blood of the chickens and the plumage of the chickens and like feather dander from the chickens. And you don't have either of those things. So even if they do crawl on you, they're not going to survive on you. Even though they can't survive off human flesh and blood, they can survive off the chicken for a couple weeks. So you do run the risk of accidentally transporting them from one coop into the other. And for that reason, it's important when we treat for either mites or lice that we also treat the environment around the coop in nesting boxes, in nooks and crannies of the coop, and just all over. There is another type of external parasite thing that is less common, but they're called stick-tight fleas. And you see them around chickens' faces. They're wattles and combs, and they're like little black things, and they're in the tick family. And basically they like burrow into the skin around the eyes and the wattles of the chickens. And they're like really, really tough to get rid of. They can get on your dogs and your cats and other animals. So those are one to watch out for. But mites and lice and poultry are not going to be able to survive on you, and they're not going to be able to survive on your other animals long term.